A few years ago, the NHS published an article for advanced clinical practitioners, also known as ACPs. ACPs are usually practitioners who are more specialised and have more skills and experience within their chosen field. The document goes into detail about explaining the 4 pillars that are vital for ACPs to have, and so therefore this video is to explain what those 4 pillars are and why they are important. This essentially is understanding their scope of practice and also understanding what is expected of them. Going a step further though, these practitioners usually deal with fairly complex cases and are able to deal with unfamiliar cases, and they are able to act responsibly and autonomously in their given circumstance. In other words, they just don't have to hold someone else's hand to do their own job. In general, they are able to deliver a greater range of interventions, ranging from prescription to general advice to extra therapies. I would go into more detail, but you can see already why this is really important. As you progress through your career, how you interact with different staff and patients might change somewhat, and this works in different dimensions. For example, relating to competency and experience, you might be expected to support those of a lower band than you and help them when necessary. You are also expected to know who to communicate to if you ever need help yourself, or basically who to look up to, but there is also an emphasis on speaking to different staffs from multiple different fields. This means that you are working as a multidisciplinary team to improve patient outcomes. Lastly, this would also include all the intra and interpersonal skills that relate to being a good leader and effectively managing your team. To develop any skill, there needs to be some level of comprehension and learning. This section relates to, as a practitioner, knowing your strengths and weaknesses and how to educate yourself and improve these potential weaknesses. So, in short, how to educate yourself through continuing professional development, or CPD. Furthermore, this also applies to other people, so how you can assess the strengths and weaknesses of other people and how you can support them and possibly educate them. While statistics and research methods might be a little bit tedious at times, there's a reason why almost every single medical practitioner or healthcare practitioner would benefit from being able to interpret scientific data. And to be fair, actually there's probably 2 reasons for this. Firstly, the interventions that medical or healthcare-based practitioners use are evidence-based strategies. This means that to construct these strategies, there has been a considerable amount of scientific research and consideration in their development. So, as an ACP, if you cannot interpret the scientific literature that has informed the strategies that you do, then you could argue that is a lack of understanding on your behalf. I personally believe that being a medical or healthcare practitioner is more than just following some medical guidelines by NICE that has been given to you. Secondly, it's also important to stay up to date with the information within your chosen field. And kind of going full circle here, the latest information within your field is probably within research. So therefore, it's good to stay up to date with research and being able to interpret those studies. When discussing these pillars, I fully appreciate that I am still a master's degree student. I'm not a practitioner yet. However, if you want to be an ACP, I think it's really important to keep these pillars in the back of your mind so you know where to improve at any point in time. If you want to read more about this document, then I will link it in the description or somewhere around this video. If you enjoyed this video, then you might enjoy the video I did here, talking about the ways you can prepare for your physiotherapy degree. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you there. Adios, amigos.